Hello there! Today I'm going to show to you how I redid my Mara Jade leather parts. I'm going to start off with the metal parts. I made everything out of foam. This one is 5mm foam. I drew on the shapes because I didn't really have patterns. I made everything pretty much freehanded. I decided to go with 6cm leather belts. So the outlet on each thing is 7cm to give a little bit of space. So I drew on the shape, cut it out, and then I smoothed up the edges on like every single part because I wanted everything to be nice and smooth to have this metal look. I also did that on the belt buckles, and then I moved on to add a little detail on the big belt buckle in the back. It's kind of this circular shape that's in the middle of it. So I cut it out of 2mm foam and added it on with some glue. And yes, I am watching Avatar in the background because I just really like that series and it helps me when I'm crafting. Then it was time to shape everything with a heat gun to get it again nice and smooth and a little bit rounder. And then I started priming for the color. I used flex bound. I think it's always kind of nice and like meditative to apply color and also like grounding. It's a struggle though because, you know, when hair and something like that falls in, it's not as smooth as you want it to be. Then I took my measurements for the belts. First of all, I did my hips and then of course my arms, wrote everything down. So I needed one measurement for the large belt in the middle, which was just my hips. And then we needed two smaller ones up in front for the back straps. And then we also needed the one down there. It is basically just 3/4 of my hip length. So it's a little bit shorter, but still long enough so it kind of dangles in there. Then I cut it out of 2mm foam again, so it's like nice and squishy. I took some aluminum foil, and this is where it gets interesting. To get this leather look, you kind of just like heat up the foam and press on aluminum foil to get this nice, you know, organic looks. This is how it's going to look like. And then you also are going to use some flex bound to prep it for color. I patted on the color so it looks more organic. Again, I do not like to see brush strokes. So yeah, it was quite time consuming, but I'm quite glad that it looked, you know, more organic than if you just, you know, brush it on. Then I finish it up with some like glue water mixture to kind of get it set and so it doesn't let loose. Then we went back to the buckles. I used some metallic paint that I still had from some figurines. I was quite lucky to still have that. I did not want to go out shopping. Whatever I'm doing there, okay. And yeah, I used 2 layers to get this very nice metal look. And I also dry brushed weathered it. As you can see, I'm quite furious about the edges. This is how it looks like when it's weathered. I also added a little back pouch just for convenience because I like to carry around my phone and stuff on convention. And this is how everything looks like when it's done. And now it's time to glue everything together. I again used pretty simple glue. Foam is very easy when it comes to glue, I feel like, especially when you do not see where it's glued on. So yeah, it was a lot of press on and waiting. And this is how everything looked when it was put together. And this is how it looks like when I'm wearing it. Thank you so much for watching.